Welcome to Gutter Trash episode 349, Sugar and Spike Metahuman Investigations. My name is Eric.
And I'm Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Hello.
How's it going?
Pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm full of salads.
I could eat multiple salads, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a salad.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy some veggies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Welcome to Veggie Talk.
Well, it's a good thing that we've reformatted because we have a guest.
Yeah.
His name is Joe G.
I also enjoy salads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we had you here.
I like a potato salad.
Do you like a Cobb salad?
I don't know that I've ever had a Cobb salad.
You like a macaroni salad?
I love a macaroni salad.
Pasta salad?
Pasta salad I can take or leave. But technically a macaroni salad would be a pasta salad.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
A Waldorf?
That's like fruit and nuts?
Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
Yeah, not so much.
Yeah.
A fruit salad.
I'd like a fruit salad.
Alright.
Yeah.
I would love a fruit salad right now.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
My mom made a quote-unquote salad a couple weeks ago that was, it was fruit and marshmallows.
Oh, that sounds kind of Waldorfy.
Yeah? There were no
Kinda.
nuts or anything in it. Is there marshmallows in a Waldorf salad?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I think that's in
Yeah.
a Statler.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not positive.
No. But yeah, I thought that was odd for a salad. It's more of a dessert salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how they
I
get
wouldn't
kids
want to eat
to...
it.
No, I liked it.
I mean, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
That's how they... See, we know why they do that. They get kids to eat their dessert that way. They're like, but honey, it's a salad. And they're like, okay, I'll have my dessert then.
Oh, I must like salad.
Yeah.
I'll try other types of salad.
Oh, yeah.
What is this bullshit?
Could be that.
Could be. I don't know. Hey guys.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while since I've been on the Gutter Trash show.
You've been on here before, though, right?
At least once.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought
That I
so.
can remember.
Yeah.
In fact, I think the last time was maybe almost 50 episodes ago.
Really?
Oh, wow.
I think you were...
This is for 300?
Episode 300.
Breaking off another
Wow.
hundo?
Yeah. Now we're almost breaking off a half hundo.
Alright. Oh, I'm glad I'm here to help you usher in
A semi-landmark,
milestone.
yeah.
I mean, 50th issues of things are typically oversized. This
It's
is
true.
the big cliffhanger before
Yeah.
the
Yeah, there we go.
storyline finale.
Yeah. So, would you guys like to talk about a comic book that I think we all read?
I think we
Sure,
should.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be up for that.
Sure. So, Sugar and Spike, Metahuman Investigations from the DC Comics.
Uh-huh. The Detective Comics comics.
Written by Keith Giffen, drawn by Bliquis Evely?
I think it's Bilquis.
Bilquis Evely.
Yes.
Alright. And colored by Ivan Placencia?
Yes.
Alright.
Wow. Well done.
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was originally serialized in Legends of Tomorrow. Is that the name of the book?
Yes.
Okay.
The tie-in to the television program of the same name, even though I do not recall Sugar or Spike appearing in that television show at all.
No,
Okay.
they did not.
Alright.
The Metal Men were also in that book. They also were not on the show.
Yeah?
I want to say that the only character that was Firestorm.
Okay. Well, that's weird.
There was a fourth feature in that title that I don't remember what it was.
Is it Metamorpho?
It was Metamorpho.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who
Yeah.
also
not on.
Maybe they were
No,
planning.
that would be amazing.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they were planning on including those characters in a later season.
Maybe.
I don't know.
possible.
Possible.
Their second season just wrapped up. None of those characters showed up at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
maybe there was a slight reference to Stag Industries in an episode.
There have been a few references to Stag
Yeah.
on that and on The Flash.
Yeah. Also some references lately to Cord Industries.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
that gives me a happiness boner.
Yeah, feelings boner.
Feelings boner, that's what it's called.
You can have multiple kinds of boners.
Well, in our lexicon, it's,
Yeah.
it's feelings boner.
Yeah.
And I haven't used that term in quite a while. I forgot what it was.
It's the greatest hits episode, really, here.
Yeah,
It's like Hush.
The Buffy episode with
Yes,
nobody talks?
exactly, where no one talks.
Okay.
Okay.
That would make a great podcast. But we should not do that.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. You saw where that was going, and you did not like it.
I smelled it.
Joe and I committed.
But so this book was coming out, Legends Tomorrow, and I looked through it and I was like, oh, none of that looks interesting other than maybe the Sugar and Spike.
Jerry Conway wrote the Firestorm story. Firestorm's great.
I'm sure it's fine, but it just didn't look interesting to me.
Because that character hasn't been interesting in 20 years.
But so I was stoked
Sadly.
when I saw
I love that character.
when they announced this, I was like stoked. I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Because the part you wanted to read.
Yeah, they put it all in one book.
Because I think it's safe to say the three of us here, we're all fans of a Keith Giffen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's safe.
Yeah. Is this the first Keith Giffen book? No, we did another Keith Giffen book at least once. The Defenders.
Oh, yeah,
He did
that's
with,
right.
Jim DeMatteis and Kevin Blair. This is him without help from other guys.
Yeah. And it shows.
Well, that's not fair. He
No.
had help here with a woman with a weird name I'm never going to pronounce again.
I'm gonna look it up while we talk.
Bilquis
Evely
And,
is how I say it anyway.
And Ivan, last weird name that I should pronounce again.
Placentia.
Placenta. So this is a weird book.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. I
In
don't
what
think it was. I mean, okay. I think it was weird in certain aspects, but for the most part, I thought this comic was a goddamn delight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much loved it.
I was disappointed.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I really was.
You suck.
I think I'd built it up in my head way too much though. And like it had elements of what I thought it was, but it didn't have everything that I thought it was going to be.
See, I had absolutely no idea what I was in store for. What I thought it was going to be turned out not to be, and I could not have been happier.
Right.
What did you think it was going to be?
I really thought it was going to be some sort of weird X-File-y, dark, New 52 Rebirth bullshit version of Sugar and Spike.
Oh. Right.
Like weird silk stockings type stuff with maybe some Keith Giffen humor thrown in. But no, yeah, I expected just the worst bullshit imaginable.
I thought it was going to be even more Keith Giffen-y. I thought it was going to be way more like weird and funny. And like it was funny. Like it's humorous on purpose. So I mean, it's funny. But I thought it was going to be like over the top, just crazy. And I don't think it was. It was just kind of funny.
I would agree. I would agree with that. Yeah, it wasn't as funny as I expected it to be, but I still really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I loved this book.
Yeah.
Like, straight through.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably gonna go buy it.
Right.
Well, you can buy it tonight.
Yeah. Aw.
Because this is my copy. Well, so if anyone doesn't know, Sugar and Spike are like, what, 60s characters? 50s characters?
50s.
50s or 40s?
Old.
Very old.
They're golden age characters.
Sheldon Mayer? Is that the guy's name?
Yeah.
So after reading this, I did a little research, and by research, I went to Wikipedia and read about Sugar and Spike. Because I'd always heard of them, but I don't think I'd ever read a Sugar and Spike comic.
I actually meant to before we did this, but I just kept forgetting to borrow one. Because we've got a couple old ones at Mavericks.
Okay. But it's the original Sugar and Spike is basically the continuing adventures of toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
It's very cartoony. It's very comic strippy. Apparently, at one point in time, DC even tried to syndicate Sugar and Spike comic strips.
Oh, wow.
Were unsuccessful.
That's why we hadn't heard about that.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason.
Well, here's the other deal. So, apparently Sheldon Meyer created the characters, wrote and drew every issue from, 1950-something to 1971.
Oh, wow.
Where he basically had to stop, because his eyesight was failing. But I think he did 98 issues straight.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Eventually, got surgery, corrected his eyesight, started drawing the book again, up until 1991 when he died.
Really?
And those stories were only published in Europe.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And made a deal with DC that no other person would ever write or draw a Sugar and Spike comic.
Oh, wow. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so that's weird, right?
I mean,
this is totally reimagined.
yeah, I mean, they're Sugar and Spike in name only.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is kind of like a humorous X-Files with superheroes.
Yeah.
Basically.
But yeah, this is about Sugar and Spike all grown up as adults. Gun-wielding adults.
Before we get too far into it, I wanted to mention that I have read a Sugar and Spike comic before.
Okay.
In the early 90s, DC put out some reprints called Silver Age Classics.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a whole bunch of those. It was my introduction to a lot of awesome things. And one of them was Sugar and Spike number 99,
Okay.
which they had not previously published before. So, yeah, I had read that one. I remember very little about it other than, toddlers'
Yeah.
humor.
Do they have the same personality? Is Sugar just kind of a real bitch?
Yeah.
And Spike kind of a dummy?
Yeah, he's always trying to get laid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot like that.
He really was? He was
No. You may recall I just said I have very little memory of it.
Oh, okay.
But he does remember Sugar was actually a lot more cunty. As
Yeah.
a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was very unlikable in this series. She was just real shitty.
Yeah. I thought it was fine. I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the dynamic that's important.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was just, I just found her very unlikable.
Yeah, and I feel like there's more to it that they allude to
Right.
that they don't get to in those stories.
And I'm guessing probably never will.
Probably never will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I wish desperately that there was more of this immediately.
As do I.
I bet one thing that kept me from loving it too is I would imagine you've read all the stories that they're referencing.
I haven't.
Really?
Yeah. I am aware of
The Superman Island and
I'd never heard of Superman Island.
okay.
That was completely new to me.
Wow.
See,
But I was aware of everything else.
I was aware of the Batman costumes, and that is it.
Yeah.
And
Me too. Yeah.
Loved it.
No.
I mean,
Yeah. I think I probably knew the Wonder Woman marries a monster story from the recent Flash variant cover, like they did Flash
Oh,
Month.
yeah.
And the Wonder Woman one was that, and Flash was drawn into it.
I recall that cover, once I saw it in the back of this book. They do reprints, or they have a page which has the old covers that many of these stories are based on. So this is basically eight short stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all pretty much self-contained. There's a little bit of a storyline through line, but not much. And every chapter is basically Sugar and Spike getting hired by a member of the Justice League, for the most part, to investigate something horribly embarrassing from their past,
Yeah.
which happens to be based on classic Silver Age stories.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Batman's weird zebra costumes
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And yes, Superman apparently built an island that looks exactly like him. but is now being developed by a Costa Rican resort corporation. And I thought that was absolutely delightful. But I think part of it is because of what we know of the DC universe as it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the New 52. I think this was a New 52 set era book.
Or at least it was prior to Rebirth.
Yeah. Where everything is pretty much dark and serious and just a load of not fun.
Right.
And that this basically said, hey, the Silver Age happened, and it was crazy and kind of stupid, but awesome, and we're embracing it.
Yeah, there was like a really cool thing where somebody says like, wow, who would have thought Batman used to be fun or something like that.
Right, yeah.
Like, I did love that. And I mean, comparatively, I'm sure this is, loads more fun than any New 52 book. But I don't know. I just really thought it was going to be like twice as fun as it was.
Well,
what would please you?
yeah.
like if they just told Giffen to go like ambush bug style crazy with it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
You
hoping.
would probably just do ambush bug
Yeah.
points.
I don't know.
I mean, Cheeks was in it.
Yeah, I know.
That
Yeah,
made me
Cheeks was
real
that
happy.
was cool. Ambush bug is a little buddy, his little stuffed animal.
Cheeks the Toy Wonder.
But I mean, I don't think it was bad at all, but I was disappointed because I just think I had too high expectations.
I think so. Yeah, because to me, this was easily on par with some of his Justice League stuff,
Mhm.
which, was able to balance, humor and drama. And there's a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
Like some of the, some of the villains in this cause deaths.
Right.
And Spike at least, expresses some, remorse at the actions that they are forced to take at times, and then Sugar is very no nonsense and serious throughout. But also
bitchy.
and bitchy. And you know what? I don't think she's a bitch.
Oh,
I
she
don't
totally
either.
She
Yeah.
totally is.
I don't either.
No. I think, but I think that actually helps enhance like the humor and the lightheartedness of the stories, because it gives you a good contrast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's very much the straight man,
yeah.
and Spike is sort of
the goofy.
the Jerry Lewis.
Right.
if we're gonna continue the X-Files kind of thing, she is Scully. Just humorless and serious, and everything has a purpose. And Spike is kind of a goofball at times.
Yeah.
And
Right.
yeah, Mulder was always the one
Right.
with a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's some funny parts. I think it is a fun book, but I don't know. Yeah. I just didn't love it. I did not love it.
That's fair.
That's fine. Yeah. You can get out now. I'll continue the show. I will say this: as I read it the entire time, I was like, "Joe must have loved this."
Right?
I absolutely loved it. Yeah. I really did.
Like almost every page, it was like, "Well, that's something that reminds me of."
Oh, yeah.
It just made me smile.
I'm sure. Yeah, I thought about that too whenever there's like the scene where they're in the museum that has like all the
Yeah. I spent
Yeah.
a lot of time looking at background stuff.
like the old
In
Red
the
Tornado
museum.
costume. And stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet you know what those boots are and what that what that thing is. And, like, what is this thing? This little looks like a guitar effects box.
It's some sort of Batman thing. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, it's got a bat symbol on it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that is a bat symbol. I didn't notice that. I thought it was just a shadow. Yeah, it's weird. And there's
Yeah.
a walrus. Like, what the hell's
That's
that?
Tusky. That made me sad. Like, he's got the taxidermied carcass of Tusky the Walrus.
What's Tusky
Who's
from?
Tusky?
He was Aquaman's friend.
Okay.
I mainly remember him from the 60s Aquaman cartoons.
Oh,
I just I know Topo.
Yeah. Topo the octopus?
Octopus, yeah.
Yeah.
Topo Gijo? It's a different thing.
Yeah, the story where the museum show first appears.
The 80s story?
This is revolved around Green Lantern's former pet.
The alien friend?
Yeah, named Itty. And, like, I distinctly remember you and I having a conversation about that in my living room, either before or after watching a Brave and the Bold or a Justice League or something.
Yeah.
And like, you pulling up Itty on your phone to show me what you were talking about.
Is he like a little starfish or something?
Yeah, he's like this little... He's almost sort of like an alien plant thing. But yeah, he looks like a starfish. And yeah, he just rode around on Green Lantern's shoulder.
Yeah. Because I think we were kind of talking about how, like, all the old Silver Age heroes had, like, some sort of imp or, like, something that weird that followed them around for a while.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about.
And I was like, except for Green Lantern, and you're like, contraire.
He actually has Itty who runs around on his shoulder.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
I love the Superman Island page.
I think that was probably the first thing that I saw from that series. I knew that it was coming in Legends of Tomorrow, but I also knew that Legends of Tomorrow was an $8 book, and I wasn't going to buy it just to read those stories. But then I was flipping through an issue, and I saw the Superman Island, and I was like, what? I have to read this. Eventually, when it's cheaper.
It is cool that they put out a trade. Is this the only trade that they've put out from that series?
I don't remember any other ones.
Yeah, I've not seen any other ones if they have.
So, I mean, it's got to speak for something.
Yeah.
You know, because you would think Firestorm at least is
bigger
that
is surprising.
Who the hell's ever heard of Sugar and Spike?
Well, maybe that's what they're thinking. Like, well, maybe all these other shitty things that people know are terrible won't sell, but they don't know what this is.
I mean, it's definitely unique among other DC books.
For sure.
So, you know, it's...
Agreed.
I really like that they did collect it and put it out there for people to discover.
It does remind me a little bit of, because I think it's fair to say Marvel is a little more experimental in some of the stuff that they'll put out. You know, Squirrel Girl and Ms. Marvel and all that. I think this kind of fits in that vein, which is not something that DC does much of anymore.
Yeah.
Even post Rebirth. Like their crazy stuff is now, crossovers with Looney Tunes.
Yeah. Right? They're like, that's crazy.
And Hanna-Barbera characters.
Which is cool. And,
Yeah.
Getting some of those, but
Jonah Hex meets Yosemite Sam.
I'm not getting that one. I am, however, getting Lobo meets Marvin the Martian.
No.
Mostly because Kelly Jones.
Right.
That's so weird. That just sounds like something you'd like. Wait, like we'd be like vacationing together for Chicago Comic-Con, and you'd be like, "Hey," and one morning you'd be like, "Hey, well, we're having continental breakfast. You'll never believe what I dreamed last night. This is stupid, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Lobo meets Marvin the Martian, but get this, it's drawn by Kelly Jones." And I'd be like, "Yeah, that is dumb." And then
sounds like a fever dream.
Yeah.
I saw, so Barry Kitson was at Gem City, and he had some pages from the forthcoming, I want to say it's Wonder Woman and the Tasmanian Devil.
Is
story.
that
I think so.
Now, isn't there actually a DC hero called the Tasmanian
Devil, yes.
So is it just that?
No, it's not. I hope that he appears at some point.
That would be
I don't
hilarious.
remember seeing him on the pages.
I don't think I knew there was a DC Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, he was a member of Justice League Europe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that looked neat.
Barry Kitson is really good.
Yeah. So what was your favorite story in this book?
Definitely the Batman story.
Yeah.
Definitely. Maybe it's because, that was the only one I had any prior familiarity with.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, they're referencing those weird covers, and like, I love when they do stuff like I said earlier, where they make fun of the fact that Batman used to be fun and more interesting,
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that one the most, for sure.
It was definitely a strong start to the story.
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'm probably gonna have to go with the Superman Island one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was really good as a blend of ridiculousness and also, like, actual peril.
Right.
Yeah, so the Superman Island one, like you said, is where his island is being developed, and what is it? There's like explosives or
He stored kryptonite.
Kryptonite. That's
there.
what it was.
Yeah.
He had all this kryptonite there,
Yeah.
and so like he's
All this kryptonite. It's
So-
just a little box of kryptonite.
and he hid it.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, why would he think to hide it in an island shaped like himself?
He's dumb. He's dumb. Yeah.
And then we didn't mention, but the Batman one was basically all the weird, outlandish, odd, funny costumes that Batman wore in the Silver Age. Alfred was going around buying them and like getting them off of the market because it was embarrassing everybody.
Yeah, like Killer Moth discovered some of these in a warehouse that he moved into. And so we held on to them.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah. And like, yeah, that was funny. Like, I like the kind of like tick villain-esque thing going on there with Killer Moth, but
It was kind of always been Tick-esque.
Yeah.
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 I liked little things, like when they're talking about Killer Moth, like they're trying to figure out what his secret identity is, but because there's been like 3 different ones, like they can't figure out who he actually is.
Yeah.
And of course, it doesn't matter in the end.
Right.
Or just, like the Superman Island one, like they call out like how stupid Superman had to be to have done this in the first place.
Yeah.
to build the island.
Right, to build the island that looks like him.
Maybe it's so he can find the kryptonite easily if he ever needed it.
Yeah, I think my favorite story was the Legion of Superheroes
Oh,
story.
That was a very good
That one at least made me laugh out loud more than the other ones did.
What was the...
This is the very last one. So, like, a team of the original Legion of Superheroes, Cosmic Boy, Lightning Boy, and Saturn Girl come back.
Oh, yeah.
And they are looking for this device so that they can prevent something from happening in the future.
The MacGuffin.
The MacGuffin, yeah. And then another team of Legion of Superheroes comes back from later in Legion continuity looking for a different device. And then eventually you end up with like 6 or 7 different teams of the Legion of Superheroes.
And some time-traveling villains.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there was my favorite panel, I actually took a picture of it, is it was Brainiac 5 and Supergirl talking to Silver Age Supergirl, which made my heart just feel things. Talking to Sugar and Spike, and Brainiac says something like, "I think we caused a time paradox." And Supergirl says, "Oh no! What's a time paradox?" And that just made me laugh. Everything's so serious and she has no idea what's going on.
Ah.
Yeah,
That
was
one
just a
was
fun
fun,
story. I'm a sucker for time travel too, so.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, as soon as I finished reading this book, I really wish that there was more.
Yeah.
And kind of upset that there isn't.
Well, that's cool. I am glad you guys liked it more, and I don't disagree with anything you've said. I just couldn't get into it as much as you guys did.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
You like your superhero stories to be a lot more serious.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, more rapey.
Yeah.
Like Identity Crisis style.
Yeah.
Well, the best comic that DC has put out in the last 30 years.
Well, yeah. No, I either like, I don't know. I either like them really weird or really funny, and this one was kind of both, but not
Not
as
enough
much.
for you.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's fair. I mean, it's weird considering that Keith Giffen, does do a lot of offbeat,
Yeah.
funny type of stories, but he himself seems kind of just like a humorless curmudgeon. So
Well, he gets all of his humor out in his writing.
maybe the curmudgeon part is like catching up with him in his
Oh, no.
older age.
Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He is awesome. Like that guy. I remember buying his comics before I even worked at Mavericks. That's how long ago.
Wow.
Like I remember going there and like
When you were just a wee lad.
I was a kid, and I remember the back room was actually like 10 feet like longer out into the store than it is now.
Mhm.
And I remember I got asking for the Ambush Book Christmas special, and he went in the back and found me a copy.
Nice.
And I bought it before I worked there. So I do love Keith Giffen. I think he's awesome, and he's done more for comics than probably most like 3 other comics creators combined.
And he'll probably never get the credit for it.
Right.
Yeah.
he's even like translated manga. Like I guess he knows Japanese.
Yeah.
He's done everything.
Didn't he write the Bible once that Simon Bisley painted?
Did he really?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
I bet that's hilarious.
More so than they were.
That book is a laugh riot.
Yeah. Who began who now? It's like who's on first.
Oh yeah, that is something that, I mean, Keith Giffen created Lobo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird.
Yep. Super weird. I remember one Keith Giffen book that I actually just hated. And it's because I don't know what happened. I think he quit the book in the middle of it. But it was called Tattered Banners. And it was him and Alan Grant, who had done a lot of the classic Lobo stories. Oh yeah, we also reviewed Lobo once on the show.
Oh yeah.
So we have done Keith Giffen a few times. But yeah, like, I was super excited. I was like, alright, Keith Giffen, it was a Vertigo book. I was like, let's see what he's got in store. And, like, the first issue was great, and then, like, by issue 3, it was completely different, and then it just kind of ended, and it was awful. And I noticed that his name was not in the credits of, like, the last 2 issues.
Oh, weird.
Huh. That's weird.
And I don't think he's worked with Alan Grant since.
Good times.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Sugar and Spike, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about the art?
Yes.
Oh, the art's
we absolutely
awesome.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was the first thing that I'd ever seen her art on. And, yeah, I really like it.
It's amazing, yeah.
I'd seen people retweet her on Twitter before, and some of her art, and I was like, oh, that's cool, but yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen anything she's done in print, published. She's, I think, currently working on Wonder Woman. If I had to describe it, it's kind of like an uber-detailed Doc Shaner mixed with some Kevin Nolan, maybe?
I can see that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's cartoony, but it's not overtly cartoony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Doc Shaner comparison is very apt. Almost like a Doc Shaner, Jimmy Chang
I can see
mashup.
that, yeah.
I can see a lot of Chang in her faces.
Yeah, I can see that too. And hey, she drew the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like a Doc Shaner.
Oh.
Is that something he does? Like, or doesn't do?
Yeah. Future Quest.
Oh, that's right.
the-
Yeah, Steve Rude helped him out on that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Speaking of Doc Shaner, there is a page that actually made me think of him more than anything else. Not because of the style or anything, but because I felt like this page was referencing a story that he drew.
Oh, really?
On the Superman Island, when they finally break into Superman's vault, there's a giant robot on the wall,
Oh, yeah.
and Doc Shaner drew an issue of the Adventures of Superman online book, which was basically the Iron Giant meets Superman.
Yeah, that part made me a little sad, I'll be honest. Like, oh yeah, he's just got the Iron Giant's head in this vault.
But also, that page is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a shot of just clutter, but it is beautifully drawn clutter.
Like, it's this illuminated box of kryptonite.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of clutter in this book. Like,
Yeah.
between that and the museum and then the closet that we see that Sugar has.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the art is great. Yeah, the art is really good. I can agree 100% on that.
Good. About fucking time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And the covers are neat.
Mm-hmm.
They reproduced the covers from the Legends of Tomorrow comic.
Yeah, some of them are pretty neat.
Yeah.
The Kevin Nolan one is good.
That one
Of
is very
course.
cool.
There was one that like really stood out to me, and I was actually shocked to see who drew it, but I can't remember which one it was.
Was it the Brett Booth cover?
No.
But you love him.
Oh, I know. There he is in all his Brett Boothy glory.
I wish there had been more Flash. I feel like if any character lent itself to this type of thing, that it was the Flash.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does show up, but it's very, very brief.
Yeah.
He shows up twice. Also, both very brief.
That's right, yeah.
No, it's this cover. Listener, take a look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that looks beautiful.
For whatever reason, like this particular cover stood out to me.
Is that the cover at issue 5?
I think so, yeah. Chad Hardin drew it. I think he's the guy who draws Harley Quinn for the most part.
Okay.
And I'm not a huge fan of his artwork, but just really like that cover.
Is it the Metalman?
Yeah. The coloring on it's really nice.
Yeah. It could be just that.
Yeah.
It's a nice layout too.
Yeah.
There was also one with Metamorpho on the cover that stood out to me, too, even though I hate the way Metamorpho actually looks.
Right.
It is well drawn. I can say the same for the Metalmen, too.
They're very Silver Agey.
Well,
I think New 52 Metal Men are...
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to. They're all New 52'd up.
Yeah.
Oh, they have their jackets and buttons and stuff.
And just like pipes.
Yeah.
And, collars.
I like classic things.
Yeah.
I'm an old man. That's why I think that's maybe a reason why I like Superman Island better, is because the island looks more like Superman than Superman
That's
does.
true.
Yeah, that's true. Like, why did he make it look that way? That's not even what his costume looks like.
That's funny. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Good book.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Thank you for picking it. Too bad you don't have any taste.
Oh.
Well, if you don't think I have any taste now, enjoy this upcoming song.
Fair enough.
In sugar, in spikes, in neon lights, in walks, in lights, in chains. Carving smoke, hooping hope, gone the sky rush by. Fall back and dark, fall back and dark. Eyes steam stale, shoes move, booming pale. Little dime store sale. Sugar and spikes, everything nice, everything nice and crazy. That's what little worlds are. Lady, oh, lady. Well, I'm paid up and home in my new Friday's house. There's no H on my faucet. There's no bed for my mouse. I punch and grow mine was in Diamondback time. Now it's king for a day with my lady feeling fine. Up hat in my caramel mask, trimmy low car. Got my spotted wrist around my honey. Going to see the navy blue vicar. Oh, Peter and Mrs. Ray Whitaker.
welcome back to Go to Trash.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks for bringing us back.
Thanks for letting me.
All Shadow Stevens style.
That was nice.
I almost thought about just letting you intro the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the 350th.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
We should fly back for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sweet.
So, alright, so before we came back, you, Jason, just mentioned how you don't talk about your personal life on the show anymore.
No.
But I do want to mention something real quick, not anything specific, but, you know, over fucking 8-9 years we've been doing this goddamn thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just needlessly bashing our heads against brick walls because nobody listens.
Right.
But we still do this, and
We enjoy it.
we enjoy it,
Yeah.
sure. But you know, in our lives and on the show, we've gone through some rough times.
Mm-hmm.
We've lost some friends, we've lost some loves, and dealt with them, and taken periods of time off, and we still keep coming back. And you know, when we did talk more about some of the personal stuff, we did it as best as we could.
Sure.
This might be the episode where I fucking cry on the show.
Aw. Is it because of my gonorrhea?
It is. It stinks. Really fucking bad.
it's disgusting. You need to
Trying-
get that
I'm
looked
trying
at.
to wipe it all off. But I don't know. It's still obviously secreting, and I apologize.
It is why you're sitting in the vinyl chair.
I usually mop it up with sourdough bread and feed it to
Oh, Jesus.
the birds outside. Don't mind. They gotta eat something. And the sourdough kind of cuts the flavor.
Oh, my God.
So we're not making it to 350.
What a waste of sourdough bread.
It's not wasted. It's
Yeah.
all eaten.
Okay.
Well,
Oh.
do you like sourdough?
Good Lord.
I mean, you used to.
I do like sourdough bread. I don't like the visual that you just gave me.
Is it the word sop? that did it?
It's the whole, it's everything.
Okay.
It's really...
Did I say sop? I don't even know.
I don't
know
think
if you
you
did.
did.
Okay, now sopped it up.
Sopped it up
Yeah.
with some sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Now that you have, it's
You can't take it
It's
back.
in there.
Right.
it's in there,
Yeah.
and no matter what I thought of the word sop before, definitely don't like it now.
Yeah. But as you were saying.
So there's a reason Joe is here with us today, and it's because this is probably the last time he will be here to do this
In the room.
in the room.
Yeah.
Sure, but you know we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
but you're leaving.
I am leaving. I'm moving away.
Yeah.
His straw was drawn. He's going to be one of the 5 test pilots on Mars.
That's right.
To colonize.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
Gonna-
That is good.
Grow your own potatoes out of shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the 5 CDs that you take to Mars, what are they going to be?
30 Seconds to Mars, of course.
Yeah.
That
of
just
course.
makes sense.
Yeah.
David
yeah.
Bowie Life on Mars, you guys are going to listen to that all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That won't get old.
Could I borrow
the
that
Misfits
Captain...
Teenagers from Mars.
Can I borrow that Captain Beefheart CD?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's from the library, so
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine. I mean, I'll have to pay the fine. Whatever.
All right, one more album.
One more album. Oh, man.
Mars Volta?
I was actually going to go with the soundtrack to Mars Attacks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
not-
I'm a big Danny Elfman fan.
Not Molly Cruz Mars solo album?
No, no.
Well, it's because nobody wants that, other than Matt Brassfield.
Isn't one of the members of the Smiths Johnny Marr?
Johnny Marr.
Johnny Marr.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that
He didn't
counts.
quite.
Singular Marr.
No, yeah, fuck that guy.
He didn't get there. He died mid-trip.
No, he got 3/4 of the way.
Yeah. See what you did there.
Proportion humor.
No, I wish I was going to Mars. That'd be really cool.
But where are you?
I am moving to Seattle, which is
To follow your grunge career?
yes, yeah.
I mean, better late than never.
You know what?
25 years? What's 25 years?
Yeah.
It's still big.
It's due for a comeback.
Yeah.
It is. At this
the
point.
cycle always comes around.
Yeah.
You've been growing that Chris Cornell style hair forever. It's gonna...
I don't know what that means.
Chris Cornell used to have long hair,
Oh, okay.
and it was real pretty.
It was.
It was, yeah, seriously, it was great. It's the best thing he's ever done.
Might not be wrong. There are some very questionable soundboard things out there.
No, my wife got a new job. My wife got a new job out there. And, so, in about 1 week, I'm moving out there, hitting the road
Wow.
Be with your wife?
No, she's coming back, and then we're gonna go out there together.
She's out there now.
She's out there now.
She left you.
She left me towards the end of February.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of awesome. If I'm being completely honest.
You're gonna try to win her back, though.
I mean, I'm gonna go out there and see what happens.
Okay.
Are you gonna hold your boombox up
Yeah.
above your head?
Yeah.
Are you gonna play some Peter Gabriel?
I don't know what I'm gonna play. I haven't decided yet.
Some Soundgarden. May I recommend Black Hole Sun?
Yeah,
That's a
great
good one.
song.
That is a great song.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, next week I'll be on the road.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you scared?
I am a little scared. I'm excited and I'm stressed, and yeah, I'm a little scared. I'd be dumb if I wasn't
Right,
a little
sure.
scared,
Yeah.
but mostly excited. My excitement outweighs my fear.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
I'm gonna miss you, but I'm excited that you're doing something kind of cool and different and crazy.
Yeah, what are you going to be doing up there?
I'm going to be working for the same company that I work for here.
Oh, okay.
I'll just be working from home.
So new and exciting.
So new and exciting. Yeah,
But you get to work in your pajamas.
I get to work in my pajamas. I get to work with my dogs.
That's awesome.
I am a little worried that without having regular human interaction, I will just become more of a freak than I already am.
So me.
So you, yeah, yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
I hope you handle being me better than I do.
I mean, I'd have to, right?
No, you don't have to.
No,
No,
okay.
By all means, don't take that challenge.
Okay.
Have you ever visited that area?
I've never been there.
Wow. Okay, so that's...
Yeah.
Not even for an Emerald City Comic Con?
No. But I look forward to attending that when I live there.
I do recall when your wife moved up there, it was like the weekend of Emerald City Comic Con. I asked if you were pissed.
Yeah, I was a little annoyed. The first full weekend she was there was that show.
She did not go?
She did not go.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
She doesn't like comics?
She does, right?
A little bit.
I've
Yeah.
been to a comic convention with your wife.
Yeah, she likes some comics,
Mhm.
but I mean, she doesn't like crowds and
I'm with her on that one.
yeah.
I think we are all with her.
Yeah.
So, way to go, moving to a crowded metropolis.
Thanks. Well, we're going to be in a suburb
Okay.
north of Seattle, so not downtown.
What's the actual address?
543 Go Fuck Yourself Lane.
I'll bleep that out.
Yeah. Oh, please do. Thank you.
Just the numbers, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very excited
So
for you.
what is your wife doing up there?
She works for an animal welfare organization.
Ah.
She is managing the wildlife rehabilitation volunteer program for said organization.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I've heard a lot about the stuff that they've gotten in so far, or that has been brought in. I should make it sound like, yeah, they got this in to sell,
Yeah.
like it's Mavericks. It's
Right.
not.
It was in like a tote in somebody's garage.
Yeah.
Look at these giraffes.
was so sad.
It's a big tote, though. It's long, at least.
Yeah. Tall.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, giraffes are native to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
That's why there's all those Alice in Chains songs about giraffes. I know that's a rooster.
Close.
They're
close enough.
They're called what are they called? Northwest roosters? The giraffe? The Northwest rooster.
I thought that the rooster was the giraffe of the bird world. Did I make that up?
Oh. You're kind of right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I mean,
I know turkeys would be with me.
yeah. You're probably right. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Zebras. That's what it's a zebra of the bird world.
So the zebra of the bird world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Batman suit.
Zebra Batman. Bringing it all around.
I bet there's some cool stuff there, though. Museums and oceans and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean it's on the sound.
Puget Sound?
I'm not sure which sound it is. But I know that
the
there's
only one
that's the only one I know too.
You
But
gonna visit Kurt Cobain's house while you're
is that a thing? Do people do that?
I'm sure they do.
Probably,
Oh my gosh,
yeah. But
his
no,
grave?
yeah. I know there's a beach that's within pretty close distance of
That's
where we're
cool.
living,
That's
so
cool.
yeah, that'll be cool. And then
Yeah.
just lots of stuff downtown
Of
to
course,
check out.
you know, living by the beach, it's gonna be, like 30 degrees on a good day
Right.
and rainy because it's, the Pacific
Because it's
Northwest.
Pacific Northwest, yeah. Yeah. But that one day a year where it's really nice,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to take some advantage of that.
You're gonna sit outside and organize your Superboy collection.
That's right.
So, so you guys are moving into an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
coming from a house
Yeah.
here, which I'm sure that is probably because it's the most affordable option
Mhm.
for you up there.
Yeah.
You had a lot of crap in your house.
I wouldn't call it crap, Eric.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, I did have a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I say I had a lot of crap because most of it was mine.
You sold some of it to Mavericks. Some
Yeah.
Some of your collectibles.
Yeah.
But
I think
I'm
I sold
sure
a
you-
bunch to Mavericks.
I'm sure you had to downsize like kind of everything, though, right?
Yeah, so we've sold most of our furniture, and then, what we have room for out there, we'll buy if we need to.
Okay.
But then, yeah, as far as, my collections of things go, I've sold a lot of comics, a lot of graphic novels, a lot of toys.
Has that made you reevaluate anything about collecting in general? Because, I mean, as a collector, I've gone through many phases where I'm like, I should sell everything that I don't just fucking love. And then, I just keep buying stuff and keep buying stuff, so.
Yeah. I mean, I've had that before as well. I've had that thought anywhere where, oh man, it'd be great to just get rid of everything.
Right?
But I've never followed that impulse
I know.
until now.
Is there anything you instantly regretted having to sell?
No.
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 Okay.
Yeah. I kept the things that I knew I would.
The essentials.
Yeah. I kept the things I knew I would regret or that I would have a lot of trouble replacing.
All right.
So I've got a lot of superpowers, the Kenner toy line from the 80s. I've got a lot of those.
I think
and
we all knew what you meant.
I was, for the listener, clarifying. Got a lot of those, and pre-production stuff for the Flash figure from that line that is one of a kind that I would never get rid of.
That's cool.
And then, yeah, just like my Mark Waid Flash collection. I went back and forth on that, but it's not worth selling.
Really?
I'm just gonna keep it.
I mean,
So-
it's not super valuable.
It's not super valuable, yeah.
I mean,
And
that does seem like stuff you could probably replace fairly easily.
I could replace it fairly easily.
Especially they're all coming out in trade paperbacks lately.
Yeah. But I've got a lot of those signed,
Okay.
and it's just I'd rather just keep it.
I mean, I guess it's a little different. You're going to be living on the other side of the country where he's not, in the area every 2 weeks.
Right.
At another show.
Yeah, he does come to Dayton a lot.
He does, yeah.
Does he live in Indiana? Is that where it is?
Indiana or Illinois?
Yeah.
Is he in Muncie?
Well, I know
He's
that's
in
where
Muncie.
his store is.
Okay.
Forget the name of the store. I've been there once.
Is it an Ayak Comics?
Maybe.
Or is it a different store?
I think it might be.
So I know there's a couple of Ayak Comics.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I remember a couple years ago, like he had, I think, just at least become part owner of it, and I decided, I'm traveling through the area, I'll check it out. And it was a very, very tiny store.
Yeah.
Not a lot of stuff there.
Really?
Yeah. But they did have a kids' room, and I guess a lot of the stuff in that was from his own personal collection. So,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
and he was not there running the cash register. It was super disappointing.
That is disappointing.
They should just have him like chained into a corner, like with a typewriter, and he's just typing scripts. But like, and if you're quiet, you can look at Mr. Wade type up. You know.
Insufferable.
Yeah, it's several number.
15.
Right. What is he doing now?
Avengers.
Champions.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Yeah.
I think those are the only things. Like he was co-writing Black Widow with Chris Samnee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are the only things he's got going right now.
None of his creator and stuff anymore.
Yeah, Captain Kidd was I think just a 5-issue series, and that's over.
He did the Fox, right? That Archie thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was great.
Dean Pascal.
I loved that. I wish he would do more of that.
yeah. I haven't read that.
Oh, it's fun. It's good and it's dark at times.
It's good and it's dark and it's fun.
Yeah.
All right.
I like that combo.
Yeah.
Sounds just like sugar and spice.
Yeah. What's wrong with you?
If I knew, would I be sitting here today?
That's a fair point.
So yeah, so nothing that you sold, you were just like, oh fuck. Yeah.
No, yeah, I've kept everything that I've felt okay with everything that I've sold so
Nice.
far.
So you're selling the original art, or did you keep all that?
I've kept all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one piece that I was thinking about selling, but I'll.
By Jason Young or Eric Schonborn?
No, by neither.
He said he thought he might be able to sell it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
No, I have a couple of pieces of style guide art by Jose Garcia Lopez and Brett Breeding from a more recent style guide, and I was thinking about selling one of those, but I haven't
The
gotten
Brett
around to it.
Breeding stuff. Right. The Brett Breeding stuff, right?
It's penciled by Garcia Lopez, inked by Brett Breeding.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
yeah, so they're both by the two of them.
All right. Why did you get Breeding in my Jose Luis Garcia Lopez?
It looks nice.
I may be confusing him with Brett Blevins.
You might be. Yeah.
Or Brett Booth.
I would never confuse
Yeah.
anybody with Brett Booth.
Yeah.
That guy's style is recognizable for the crap that it is.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of a fresh start.
That's awesome.
It's hard to leave for sure.
Right. We're all creatures of habit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my family's here, Jenny's family's here,
Right.
all of our friends are here, so it'll be an adjustment for sure. New place with no support network around, basically.
I'm sure you'll find better family and friends out there.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're definitely family.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting kind of tired of the one that I've had.
Yeah.
So it'd be good to trade up.
Adopt me.
Yeah.
So, guys, I've given you like 35, 36 years here. I think it's just time for something new. For all of us, Mom, Dad, I think it'll be better for you guys for sure. Find a new Joe.
Yeah. We've had a good run. We've gotten all the material out of this that we can.
Is that why you're moving? So you'll have something to talk about?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's smart. Plan ahead.
Is it?
No.
So, yeah.
Have we been to any comic conventions since the last time we recorded?
No.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like for a while there, every episode we were like, oh, we did this convention. I guess there hasn't been any coming through. There's one next month. Yeah, comics.
Jim and Dan show next month.
Yeah, Wright State University. I did read a really good comic last night. I read the first issue of Rock Candy Mountain.
Heck yeah, you did.
It was very good.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, I might like this. This looks fun, but no, I really liked it.
Fuck yeah.
What's his name? Ryan Sparks?
Kyle Starks.
Kyle Starks, that's right.
Yes.
Kyle Sparks.
What?
Aisha Tyler.
I don't know.
Hot soup. Great Kinnear. Yes.
Kyle Starks? That's what it is?
Kyle Starks.
Yes. Yeah. He was very, very good.
Yeah? But told you.
Yeah.
I need to check that out.
You definitely should.
Hobos.
One word. Hobos.
All you need to know.
Kinda, seriously? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobo princess?
There's a hobo king, sort of.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's definitely a secret society of hobos
Yeah.
happening.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Most of it takes place on a train,
Yeah.
like in a boxcar.
Riding the rails.
But you know, there's action, there's intrigue, there's
The
humor.
devil hunting hobos with a shotgun.
There is. I forgot about that.
Wow.
The opening scene is the devil, the literal devil hunting hobos. Yeah, it's
That's
very,
excellent.
it's very good.
I will check that out.
In Seattle.
In Seattle. Yeah. I don't know, I might pick it up in Mavericks before I leave.
No, they're not getting any.
No, okay.
Actually, we do have an extra copy
Oh, okay. Wow.
because we had to reorder one for me, and we ordered an extra one, so there's one sitting there.
I told Jeremy to order some.
Yeah, he did. He ordered, I think, one or two.
Okay.
That-
What a dick bag.
That's technically some.
Yeah, I guess.
But one of them was special ordered by someone, so there was only one that actually made it out on the shelf. And I
If
always
it was a Transformers comic, he would have ordered 40.
God forbid. What if it was a voodoo comic? It would have been 300.
I do respect that he supports the things he loves. I just sometimes I'm like,
Well, that's fine, but he's dealing with a business.
that's true.
Yeah.
Support
He's
the
doing
things he
his
loves.
own money.
Exactly. His own time, his own money.
He does. But anybody else read any good funny books?
I recently read all of Planetary,
Oh yeah.
which was spectacular.
Heck yeah. It was
Yeah, I loved it.
this is your first time reading?
First time reading it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a very good
yeah.
book.
It was excellent.
I wish I could read it again for the first time and all the way through
Yeah.
without waiting years.
Yeah, there was like a year or two between some of those last issues.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I read them all in one sitting.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it did take you 14
It
years.
did not.
Huh. I know that was
Or
possible.
10 years, I guess. Was it 10 or 14? I can't
10.
remember.
10. Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably the best thing that I've read recently. I've read a handful of other things just to. They were in my to read stack, and I'm probably going to sell them before I leave. So I wanted to at least read them before I sold them.
That's smart. If you've already bought them, you might as well get some use out of them.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I haven't read jack shit other than Sugar and Spike.
I read Batman number 21, part 1 of The Button.
Oh yeah, how was
Yeah.
that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think Alan Moore would approve?
No.
That is the correct answer. I don't even know what it's about,
Yeah.
other than
Yeah, it's
Watchmen.
The Button.
Yeah. Watchmen thing.
Okay.
You know about this?
Vaguely.
Okay. Batman finds the Watchman smiley face bloody button in his Batcave.
I remember that from like 2 years ago
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
DC Rebirth number 1.
It was a year ago.
Okay.
They finally got around to it. And
But yeah, they're following up on it now.
the Flash is helping him with his like forensic skills. Is that right?
Well, so far
Wally
he hasn't
is
really
not
done
a
much.
forensic scientist.
Oh. We're talking about Barry Allen,
Yeah.
the TV Flash. No, so I mean, you guys aren't probably gonna read that comic at all. So basically, spoilers for the listeners. You might want to tune out for a couple minutes, or just whatever. I mean, basically, the whole issue is
Or save yourself $4 and listen to Joe.
yeah. The Reverse Flash beats the shit out of Batman.
Nice.
That's basically the whole issue. But it was really good. I really liked it.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like a riveting plot.
It was good.
Sounds like it really tied into the Watchmen.
It did. Yeah.
Well, some of those pages
Well,
had 9 panels on them.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of grids in that book.
And I guess Reverse Flash is the same colors as the button.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, red and yellow.
And yeah,
Mostly yellow.
and black.
And black. Yeah.
Wow. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about that.
So, basically what we're saying here is that the button, the comedian's button, is the Reverse Flash.
Is Eobard Thawne, yes.
I don't understand why Alan Moore would disapprove.
You just put my brain on a cosmic treadmill.
No, wait, guys. It's even crazier. Batman's cape is Dr. Manhattan.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah.
I guess they're both blue.
Yeah.
And
And
have giant schlong, yeah. I bet Batman does have a big schlong.
Probably. He's got it all.
What?
I mean, he's rich
Good looking,
and
young,
gothy. Yeah.
ripped.
Big dick. He's got to have a big dick.
He probably does, just because he can't have enough.
I
Yeah.
miss you guys.
Gotta have that too.
miss you guys so much.
Yeah, you can't find stimulating conversation in a college town like that. You have to come back to Dayton for Schlong podcasts.
Was this a Schlongcast?
Schlongcast,
Is this an
yeah.
episode of Schlongcast?
Oh.
So this is the first time you and I have done a podcast together in a couple of months.
It is, yeah.
Uh,
We've just been hanging out like friends.
yeah, it's weird.
It is weird.
Don't like it.
I don't like it either. That's why I'm leaving the States.
There has to be some justification interacting with each other.
But no, yeah, we for the listener, if you don't know what the fuck is wrong with you,
Yeah.
but Joe and I have a sister podcast called The Viewmasters, and we had been reviewing various television programs, and that got tedious.
Can I sing the theme song real quick?
Sure.
It's Eric and Joe, and we're watching a show, Viewmasters.
That's awesome.
I do love it every time.
I was a little off key there, but I'm okay with it.
It's fine.
Maybe Chris Cornell can give you some singing lessons when you're out there. Or you can just give him some heroin money to sing it for you.
Yeah, there you go.
That works.
I don't think he's doing anything else right now.
Yeah.
At all.
Aw.
But no, yeah. So we decided to take a break from the Viewmasters after we finished Wonder Falls, and our intention was, okay, we're going to start doing movies since Gutter Trash we no longer do movies, and then like a week later you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to be moving to Seattle. I was like, well, seems kind of dumb to start a reformatted show when you're just going to be leaving at any moment.
Yeah. I get that.
So we haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
But I think the plan is that once you guys get settled and once I figure out how Skype works, we're going to continue doing that. But it'll be across the country and we won't see each other and it'll be weird.
Well, you've got a camera on your laptop there.
I do, yeah.
I've got a camera on mine. We can see each other.
I guess so.
I've heard this is how other people do podcasts.
I have heard that as well, so hopefully it works out.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't lose any of the warmth.
Right.
Or whatever. About being in a room with a human.
Yeah.
You know, it'll hopefully retain its vinyl-like feeling
Oh,
instead of
yes.
feeling like
Yes.
digital versatile disc.
The crackle
Yeah.
between the two of us. Just riffing back and forth. Committing to bits.
Yep. Hopefully there won't be just long, awkward pauses of buffering.
Yeah. I know Joe's buffering. Hold on.
Yeah. Instead of just long, awkward pauses in person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be weird. Oh.
So yeah, I look forward to
Yeah.
to giving that a try.
That will come up eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, probably going to take you a minute or two to unpack. And,
Like a week.
well, Of course, also you're driving cross country next week. So
Yeah, there's that.
with dogs
Mhm.
and your wife.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is cool. Though, are you gonna like stop and see all the American like roadside attractions and stuff like that?
Probably not. We're
Okay.
probably just gonna try and get there.
Alright.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure we'll stop for some stuff.
but you're not like gonna venture off for like the biggest ball of twine or anything.
I'm not going to follow Route 66.
No. No.
I know when your wife went up there, she made a couple stops here and there.
She did, yeah.
Posted them on her Instagram account here and there.
Yeah.
Not gonna follow in her footsteps there.
I mean, we'll be probably going largely the same route, so we might stop some of the places that she stopped before, but, you know, I mean, she sort of took it slow because it was just her driving, so, you know, she had time to do a little bit more exploring.
That's
like
awesome.
when she stopped in Fargo and all of that, so.
Because at the same time, you're gonna have dogs with you, so you'll need to stop and rest and walk
Yeah.
them and everything. So
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to go
right.
that long in a car with dogs.
That's obviously their longest car ride ever.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and
That I
probably
know
yours
of.
too.
Yeah.
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 Well, I mean, you can't really drive much further because of the oceans.
Right.
So,
I mean, we talked about starting in Florida
that's smart.
just
Yeah.
for fun.
Like on the tip,
It's like, yeah, let's just go all the way.
in the farthest south tip.
Yeah. But no, it didn't work out.
how many days is that a drive?
We're going to try and do it in 4, because it's a 35-hour drive. So,
That's like 9 hours a day.
yeah, yeah.
You could do that in 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, with 2
Technically,
days, Jesus. Technically, yes. You could do that in 2 days.
You're driving around like shifts.
Yeah. Yeah. It would not be fun. No.
Like, hold the dogs up so they can pee out the window while you drive.
Right. Oh, I dropped one. We're going too fast.
Oh man.
I mean, I'm in my car for an hour and a half every day, and by the time I get to where I'm going, I'm furious that I have been in there. Could not imagine trying to drive cross country.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I've always kind of wanted to do a big road trip like this, just to say that I've done it.
Oh,
so
I have to,
So, yeah.
but, I would want to take my absolute most time possible to do it,
yeah,
and not try to cram it all in
Sure.
as fast as possible.
Yeah. yeah. So we're leaving next Thursday, and I know Jenny wants to be back in time to go to work on the following Monday. So we're gonna try and do it in 4 days.
That's awesome.
So we'll see how it goes.
I'm sure that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I hope you guys make it there safely.
Thank you.
Of course, we wish you the absolute best of luck in your new life, away from everyone who loves you.
Everyone? Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Max and Mara will be there.
And Chris Cornell.
And Chris Cornell. We have been writing fan letters back. Did I not mention that before?
Uh-uh.
That we've been writing fan letters back and forth for the past 20 years?
No,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Like he's
I'm
a
a big
fan
fan
of.
of, I'm a
he's
big
been
fan of whatever band he's in, and he's a big fan of my
Hey.
fan fiction
and Pace Setter magazine.
and Pace Center magazine. It's like, I saw your article on the new
He's
Teen
like,
Titans.
nice insight.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris Cornell.
I mean, there is a little bit of crossover there. Soundgarden reunited to do a song for the Avengers movie, and you saw the Avengers.
I did, that's true. Yeah.
Wow. I never even put that together.
We're basically best friends.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Cannot believe how jealous Eddie Vedder is of him.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
shit. So Joe's picking a comic for us to read next week.
hey, yeah. Your
You're going
gift
away
to
for
us, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did have a comic in mind, but I literally picked it, an hour ago.
Out of necessity.
Yeah.
Well, that's longer ago than I would be picking one for you to read. Do you want to hear my idea?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you have one?
I know you've done, and I think I was in an episode, a few Jeff Lemire books.
Yeah.
And I believe he has a new book out called Roughneck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
right?
It just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't own it.
I don't either.
yeah. So if I were to pick a book for you and have 10 seconds to think of what I think you should read.
We actually had a copy yesterday at Mavericks, but I don't remember if we may have sold it.
Okay.
It was there today when I was
Was it
in
still
the
there?
store.
Okay, well then
it
it's
was like 6:30.
It's still
Okay.
there. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll borrow it. I'll borrow it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll borrow it.
All right.
I will save my pick for next week then.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm gonna veto
His pick or Roughneck?
it. Both of them.
Both of them. Okay.
No,
Hey, well, what do you want to read, asshole?
no. I want to. Yeah, Roughneck sounds good. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it Lemire or is it Lemire?
I don't know.
I don't know. Nobody knows.
I
right?
think it's. I pronounce it Lemire.
Yeah,
that
I've always
looks
said Lemire too, but
Lemire-
it could go either way.
Lemire looks right to me. I've heard people say Lemire, and I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like somebody introducing him or something.
Yeah.
It's just like people at my work.
Yeah.
I met him once, but I didn't think, hey, how do you pronounce your name?
There was not a pronunciation key on his name tag.
No, yeah.
I met him once. I had him draw a picture of Sweet Tooth for you.
Yeah,
Do you remember
yeah,
that?
that's right.
On a postcard.
Yeah. He autographed my copy of The Nobody for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've got that signed by him as well.
Yeah.
The Nobody.
I think he drew the Invisible Man inside too.
Yeah, I think they did the same for me. He's a fucking hack.
Yeah. Just drawing the same shit over and over again.
Bet the Roughneck is about some grizzled old man in the Northwest.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck. I bet he plays hockey.
Yeah. Fucking Canadians.
And is invisible.
Has antlers that are invisible.
Yeah, most of his characters have invisible antlers. I can't see any of them.
I mean,
crazy.
fucking even Black Hammer is about a guy. There's an invisible antler man.
Oh, yeah. Black Hammer. What a good book.
Well, I look forward to listening to you guys talk about that book that I haven't read yet.
Yeah. We'll spoil
Nor
it.
have we.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have to remember to snag that.
All right,
I'll do
I'll send you a reminder tomorrow.
Cool. Well, yeah.
And if you can't get it, don't feel like you have to do the book that I picked.
Yeah, it's just
Or do you want a backup book?
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll do it.
Okay.
That's fine.
we'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
think
pleasure.
That'll be fun. Joe leaving us a present for his going away.
I hope it's good.
If it's
Like-
not, then
Then fuck Joe G.
yeah, exactly. Which, was actually the catchphrase of the Stupid Sexy podcast when I did that.
Fuck Joji.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
That guy's the worst.
Oh, well, we're gonna miss you to hell, Joe.
Heck yeah.
I'll miss you guys too.
This has been a fun friendship for God knows how long.
Yeah. Long time.
I mean, Jesus,
Like 20 years.
close to it at least.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I think I started working at Mavericks in like 97.
Yeah.
96 or 97.
Yeah.
I was working there in '99.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It has been about 20 years.
Yeah.
We're getting old, fellas.
Yeah, we are.
You'll always be young to me, Jason.
I know.
Okay, we're done. Well, thank you, Joe, for the many years, and then you are legitimately the funniest human being I've ever met. I'm sorry, Jason.
You haven't met many people.
I also have not. I'm very antisocial. I don't talk to a lot of people. So, yes.
Well, thanks for keeping me around.
Thanks for being around.
No, and we'll see you more.
We'll see you again.
Oh, yeah.
Just not as often.
Yeah, I'll be back for holidays and
Right.
work stuff maybe. Who knows?
Busy doing shit with your family each time, and like, sorry guys, can't meet up.
was talking to Jenny about it last night, and we were talking because I said goodbye to Jeremy yesterday because he's not going to be there next week. So, and we were talking about how, when I come back, probably my first stop will be Mavericks before I go to my parents' house.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Well, you did all your good growing up there.
I did.
Yeah. Huh.
Your best times, you punched a man there.
I did.
At least
twice.
Yeah. 2 different mans.
That is more than I think either Jason or I could say. Have you ever punched anyone at your job?
I've had sex there before.
Oh.
With the same guy that Joe punched.
Yeah. I mean, it was a donkey punch. That's different.
Poor Jeremy Anderson.
Yeah. That wasn't... Was that him? I can't remember. I mean, it's hard to see what's going on behind you sometimes. Who knows?
Oh, this took a turn as it frequently does.
We're just getting sentimental.
Yeah, I know.
That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. And yeah, thank you for everything.
Yeah.
To both of you. We'll see you again.
Yes, we will.
So Roughneck.
Roughneck.
All right.
Next time.
Goodbye.
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 Oh, fare thee well.
Yes. See you later.
Good journey. Bye.
No, that's good.
Fuck off, Joji.
Hey, Eric here. So, at the end of the last episode, Jason went to find the Mavericks copy of Roughneck, but somebody had wanted to buy it, and he could not turn down a customer, so he sold it to them. So we do not have any availability to read that book right now. So I went ahead and went with the book that I was going to choose, had we not decided to let Joe pick one. And so we're going to read The Comic Book History of Comics by Fred Van Lente and Ryan Dunleavy. So hope you all enjoy that. And we'll pick Roughneck again when we're able to read it at a future time. Alright, thanks.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.